All right, girl gang. So welcome to our Monday night, December 14th, weekly training slash meeting slash gathering. So I'm so glad you all popped on to take part, because really, sometimes we hear the information several times and it's that third time or the fourth time that things start to really click for us. And we remember to start implementing it, or we're open to start implementing to something new. So I want to start off by welcoming the new artists, because I feel like it's so exciting. Every week we are welcoming so many people into our organization. And I'm just going to mute a couple people. Okay. So first off, we are going to welcome, we have Lori Lynn here, and she is from Alberta. Then we have Mary Mouchard, who is from New Brunswick. We might have welcomed you last week, but I want to make sure. And then we also have Cherise Miller, who is from also Alberta in Beaver Lodge. Then we have Colleen Blackman, Kim, who is from BC. We have Natalie Burrows, who is from Ontario. We have Jessie Farrell, which is from Windsor, Ontario. And we have Charlene Ralph, which is also, she's from Edmonton, Alberta. So welcome to all of you. I think many of you, from what I gather, joined in from our Jingle All the Way event. So thank you for everybody that participated and put so many people into that event. The feedback was awesome. I don't know about all of you, but I just kept getting messages from people saying like, wow, I learned so much from that girl, or she's got the same skin coloring as me, or I'm about to color my hair like her. I wonder what highlights she uses, or should I change my contour? So it's so good just to see it on so many different people. So if you enjoy those events, let your leader know, because we are thinking of doing them a little bit more frequently than what we've been doing them. So let your leader know if you're loving it and your clients are loving it, because that's the type of feedback we need to keep carrying it forward. Okay. So we have a few changes, or one big change that we've kind of mentioned to you. And we really, as leadership, have been batting this whole thing around about the compact. Okay. And so we thought tonight, as we've been talking about it and kind of working through our thought process, as we've been evolving it, I thought the best person to really go through this compact program, because it's actually amazing. And I really feel like we have to reposition on how we're telling people about it. And before, we used to really get people to wait on like, oh, you need 4, right? They need those 4 to get going. So we have our sales guru, if I want to call her that, and I will, my dear friend Tracy Donald. And she's going to share with us tonight how she's pivoting, how she's positioning this new compact program to create a little bit more urgency for people and to get them going with it. So we're not slowing down. We're not having people wait off. So Tracy Donald, #1 in sales for the month of November, can you please take it away and share with everyone?
Absolutely. And I just have to say, like, what I'm so impressed with is how many people in the month of November in the Girl Gang just didn't let anything get us down. We just kept going. It was not an easy month. It's actually not been like an easy quarter. But I know we've had this conversation before, and I will say it again, like the Kat Fairchilds and the Sarah Davies and Raylan Reimers and Kate Twigs, they were here, many of them were here at the very beginning when Saint was just formulating, and it was really an idea. And without all new opportunities is struggle and, and growing and figuring things out. And when I first was introduced to the new compact program, I was a little bit frazzled, because I was like, oh my gosh, but people who only want to hack are gonna feel slighted. But we're the artists that were, like, me as an artist, I was internalizing that. Okay. So I was not really, like, our customers only know what we tell them. right? And so if we don't make a big deal about it, it actually isn't a big deal. And quite frankly, I think I've maybe sold one hack or one quad in all of December. And I've had a lot of customers, right? So first of all, before I go any further, I have to say, I am sporting my beautiful ambassador jewelry that I got from Miss Rachel Moore. So thank you, Rachel. And as you guys hit, and it's not ambassador, oh gosh, it's artist 4, 5, and 6 ranks that you will get. So artist 4, you get the earrings. Artist 5, you get the bracelet. Artist 6, you get the necklace. I think I have that right. And so I've got it all going on tonight. I just got it all in the mail. So I had to give a big shout out to the beautiful jewelry. Okay, back to this. So what I think is it's all in our language, in the way that we are feeling about it. And I've always said, if you think that we have issues and you take it any further than how do I work with this regardless, then you basically put a roadblock in front of yourself and prevent yourself from being able to move forward. And we do that as humans, we do that. But I think that when you learn to not do that and you learn to just go, okay, so this is the way it's going to be. How am I going to make this work for me and not let it get in my way? Because, you know, when we set goals for ourselves, I always call them like non-negotiable goals, right? And come heck or high water, I'm going to try and find a way to earn my goals. And there are months where I don't hit my, you know, the numbers that I hope for. And I don't look at it as a failure. Failure is quitting. I look at it as like a rejig. And so the Compact program, though, guys, is seriously the biggest blessing that Seint could have given us, because it is amazing. So first of all, I personally will not be recommending anything less than a mini double decker for any of my customers. And I did have someone yesterday who was placing a very basic order, and she was outright buying a compact. So she's already got her makeup, so it really didn't matter. And she settled on a hack stack because she was paying for it. But if someone has a $20 credit or a $25 credit, you can be sure that I'm going to upsell them at least a mini D, if not a double decker or a triple decker. So I thought, because we do have a lot of new artists, I thought I'd take a moment and go through the compacts and what their uses are and all of that good stuff. So first of all, we've got this little mini. I don't even know what this is called, like a little square. This is limited edition, which tells me that when it's gone, it's gone. Now, I don't know that. No one's ever said it, but when the new styles of compacts were introduced, this one didn't come out in the new styles. So I'm going to assume that this is going to be going. And so I've been telling all my customers that already have their big doubles or triples, if you want one of these for your purse, grab it while you can, because when they buy $80 worth, they can buy this for $2. It's a great deal, okay? Then we have the little quad, okay? The quad is gonna be the new square, okay? The quad is gonna be the new purse compact. It is going to be the new, well, I'll just throw on a quad because why not? It's not, in my opinion, going to be what the average person is going to start with. Because one of my biggest struggles was either having them start with 4 or 8 previously, right? And I'm sure you guys can all agree. Well, now that's not an issue. So when I color match someone, I'm just actually going to show you exactly what I've been using. And we're going to have some conversations here soon. But when I color match someone, this is what I send them. I use Typorama, and I send them what you can't read this very well, but the first thing says their contour, then their main highlight, their brightener highlight, their lip and cheek color, their illuminator, and the tools that I recommend, okay? And so I text this to them. I'm not sending an email. I text it with a little blurb, and then I ask if I can hop on a call, or I just have a little bit of a back and forth with them. And most of them are coming in with a big compact because they don't have to decide between the highlighter and the illuminator. They can actually go with both, which means, boom, they've already graduated from the quad. So now we're at least minimum hack, but if they're gonna buy the hack stack, get the mini double decker, right? But if they're going to get the mini double decker, then they might as well get a double decker. And if they're going to get a double decker, then why not go for the gusto and get a triple? Okay. So this is truly a conversation, and they want you to tell them what to do. When I first got my color match, I called Audra and said, tell me what to buy. Like, I literally was her, like, she could have told me anything and I was going to buy it, because she, to me, was God. She knew. I had no idea. I didn't even know what this stuff was. Okay. So really important that I think that with my classes, I will be doing a video right away that is going to be like, oh, I'm so excited. Send me your color match and let's talk about compacts, because you can be going in and creating an account and building out a cart right now. And you're going to have to make a decision when it's all said and done on what compact you want. So I'm going to tell you all about it. And I'm going to tell you that you're probably going to want to just start with the big guns and go for a triple decker. Okay. Because look at, these are called options, ladies. Options. This is my personal palette. So triple decker, but maybe you're like, I'm never filling that. Okay, then we'll go for a double or a mini D and just walk them through it. Okay. So this is huge because, and I did a live and I said this previously, somebody had to hold on to your hat, 25 tins to get a triple decker for free. And now they have to buy 11. This is huge, you guys. Okay, it's huge because 11 tins is 220, and 210 they max it out and they get a $45 credit. So yeah, they're gonna pay, if it's one of the new ones, they're gonna pay $4 for a triple decker or get the double decker for free. Okay. It's only valid for one compact. So if somebody wants multiple compacts, yes, they have to split up their order, which is fine. Most people are like, I'll do whatever I have to do to make this the best. And here's the best part. How many of us had to wait for someone to even become a customer because their highlights weren't available? Too many. Okay. This is no longer a thing. I have started selling makeup to people without highlights, if you can believe it. And sometimes I can give them the main or just the brightener. And I'm like, whatever your main foundation is right now, use that and we'll just put a little bit of brightener around your eyes. But I don't need to hold up the whole process because of highlights. Now, hopefully based on our last inventory report, sometime between now and Christmas, we're gonna, you usually just say that, right? Like sometime between now and Christmas, but it's literally like between now and Christmas, we're gonna get a restock and hopefully it will be a thing of the past. But it's not a big deal if their contour isn't available or if their main highlight isn't available, because it's so cheap. Our shipping is so, nobody thinks about shipping under $5. It's a non-negotiable. When it's $6, it stops them in their tracks. $3.95 and they're like, I'm in. Okay. And in the States, it's free all the time. And even better, I know we're not supposed to do this, but don't be afraid to have a couple ambers and auras and candlelits in stock. And then it's a $1.97 stamp. Make sure it goes in a bubble wrap, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, it will fit in a normal envelope, but people are rude. And I actually have had people open up my envelopes and take the tins and then reseal it. So gross, because hopefully they didn't like it again. But anyway, use a bubble wrap. It's worth it. Uline, I just bought 250 Uline bubble mailers, 4x6, I think is the size, for $100. I have bubble mailers out the wazoo. I'm going to be doing this until I'm 600. Okay. All right. So basically, this compact program is a gift to all of us because we don't have to wait now for colors. We don't have to try and upsell them from 4 to 8. That's huge to go from $80 to $120, right? Now, and if you haven't seen this, as they're shopping, it's calculating it and it's adjusting it and saying, if you spend $17 more, oh my gosh, well, the average person cannot leave a deal on the table, and they're like, boop, and then it brings them to the next level and before you know it. So anyway, okay, so that's kind of my thing for the Compact program. And I've got a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but maybe at the end, if anyone needs any clarification, just keep it really positive. Then we can do that. Okay. So the other thing, you know, I've had a few conversations with a few different artists, and I know that this is, we've had a lot of great momentum, which is awesome. And some people have had momentum and some people haven't. And I wanted to talk about comparison and understanding that we're all in different places. And there's absolutely no value in comparing yourself to anyone else. And it's really easy to do. We all do it. Like every single human does it, first of all. And women, like, we're so hard on ourselves, and it's just like, it's not happening fast enough for me. But like, I've had conversations with some people that were thinking it wasn't happening, and all of a sudden, like, they've, you know, ranked to ambassador and beyond ranks, which is amazing. And they're looking at like their next step. And so just wanted to throw that in there really quickly, because this is like the time of year where you need to look back and reflect on what you have done. And I just look at all of the women in the Girl Gang, and I'm just so freaking proud. Like, I looked at all of those videos in the Jingle All the Way event, and I was just like, darn, we are blessed. We have such an incredible team. And, you know, some of you haven't been highlighted on one of those events yet, but your turn's coming. Okay, your turn's coming. So, okay. So let's talk a little bit about, before we turn the lights down, we talked about this 2 weeks ago, but honestly, I know from personal experience the stress that you go through in the holidays after working so hard to build something and letting momentum go, that can just eat you up. And so I just wanted to have a little bit of a conversation about the things you can be doing right now to make sure that that doesn't happen. And if you're brand new, this isn't really extremely relevant to you, but at the same time, just take notes anyway, because this is going to be you next year. And, you know, we're always learning and evolving. So number one, what is your number in January for classes? Or like, we're not really in a position where we can be doing a lot of in-person color matching and meetings anywhere in the world. So I'm going to assume that most of us are looking at an online platform to grow our business in the new year. And so what is it that you are wanting to accomplish in the month of January? So I will tell you, I want to have 6 classes. Minimum 6 classes in like the first 2.5, 3 weeks. Okay. Cause I know that is going to literally set me up for a solid 2021 and hopefully get me some new business partners that I can run with. And so whatever your number is, it might be 1, it might be 2, it might be, good Lord, I just want to get launched, whatever it is, set that goal and write it down and tell your sponsor or your leader. Okay, super important that you're actually sharing that with someone, so you actually have a little bit of accountability there. And make it a point between now and next Thursday, preferably Wednesday. The 24th is a little awkward to be sending customer service messages. So between now and next Wednesday, make it a point to be getting it solidified, okay? And a couple of the ways that that can happen is just by doing your customer service and just reaching out to people. And if you're new, it can be as simple as just reaching out to people and saying, like, someone new, like, hey, Becky, it's been so long since we've connected. And guys, I love voice memos on Messenger. Like, I love them. Number one, you know when they've read them. So you know if you're being ignored. Nothing more awkward than being able to say, like, I will literally, if it's someone I know, I'll be like, ignore, like, I will call them out. And then they're like, oh, I got to reply to her. But I love voice messages because they can hear your voice and your excitement. And so if you're new, the message is going to be like, hey, Becky, listen, I got this new thing and I'm so excited about it and I'd love to share it with you. Can I pop you in a group and show you? It is literally the world's best makeup, or whatever it is you want to say. So that's the first way you can expose people. Those of you that have a customer base, this is literally the perfect time to be doing just a quick Hey Cindy, it's Trace, and I just wanted to tell you that I hope you have an amazing holiday. I hope you're loving your makeup, and I just want to know if there's anything I can help you with. Maybe after the holiday we can touch base. And that opens the door for a conversation. And this is what might happen. You might hear, oh my gosh, Tracy, it's so funny. I was just talking about you. Yeah. One of my coworkers keeps telling me how amazing my makeup looks. What is that? That is called a door. Okay, that is called a door. And you want to open it because that's an opportunity to say, really? Well, listen, you could invite that coworker to an online class and I can help you get some free stuff. Okay. So always be looking for those opportunities to have those conversations. And so just tying up any loose ends, making sure that everyone got all their orders for the holidays. You know, I know a lot of us had a lot of people that didn't get the Everred and different things were sent out in place, and just making sure everyone's good. And those phone calls are going to make you stand above and beyond from any other direct seller they've ever dealt with. Also, sending thank you cards to the people who have hosted for you is so awesome. And a handwritten card is always just goes such a long way. And I mean, depending on your customer base, if you have a small customer base, you can send a thank you card to each of them. But if you have a larger customer base, even just a text or an email. Again, it's a high touch. It's an opportunity for you to touch base with them, but it's also an opportunity for a door to be open that might turn into a future referral link or class. And there is a difference. People don't have to have a class to have friends order. Like I had a customer reach out to me and say, my friend Marlene's been watching your page. I added her a while ago. She's going to reach out to you soon. And I said, well, listen, why don't you talked about a class, why don't we pick a date for January? And if she orders now, it can go on your class. And I booked a class for January 19th and she's got her first order going in tomorrow on it, right? But if they don't want to have a class, they can still have a referral link and share their link with people that they connect you to. And so just talk about that. And it's got to be genuine. It can't be like, you know, they want everyone that you mutually know to go on their referral link. It's got to be like, you know, new people. You can't possibly keep track of that. But anyway, I hope that, Desiree, was there anything else that you were hoping I would cover? And
no, I really feel like I know everybody, because sometimes change is overwhelming for people. And I feel like Saint made, you know, they made a few changes, right? So it was a few changes all at once. And so I feel like the compact program, people were like, what? Oh my goodness, now what? And when we all took a step back and thought about it, it's way, way better. It's so powerful. And nobody's waiting now to place their first order on a highlight. And that is such a gift. So I really think that was amazing. And it's the time of reach outs. I really love the idea of just sending people a note. It doesn't have to be a Christmas card, and just sending your hosts or top customers in your group, just saying, thanks for making my 2020 a little bit brighter. People will be so touched by something so simple because it's been a year. It's been a hot year. So I think that a little bit of gratitude goes a long, long way, and you can never go wrong with kindness. So thank you so much for sharing, Trace. I know the chat was like blowing up with like, great tip, great tip. This is so awesome. So we've got a couple other things I do want to point out, and I'm going to ask Bev Boone to share something. I don't know, maybe she didn't get my voice memo earlier today. I was thinking not. Surprise. That's okay. So first of all, there's a couple things I wanted to chat about. Number one, Raylan's doing a contest for a Ricky Mirror, an artist tote bag, on her page. So check that out and make sure you've been entering all of the giveaways on Raylan's page. I did post it earlier, and Trace has, of course, Tracy has the bag. She got the bag. So she's showing you.
Bag. Oh my gosh. It is fantastic. It says Saint and it's very subtle. But look, this goes like over your thingamahooey, whatever that's called on your luggage, you know. This is so
handle.
Got to get in her contest.
Yeah, get in there. And these Ricky mirrors, if you haven't seen it, she's giving the small guy away. This is the difference of a Ricky. This to this. The Ricky Mirror is like such a cool thing for your business. So I wanted to point that out to everybody. We also have a fun little team get together next Monday. So we're spicing it up, and I am going to unmute the beautiful Bev Boone because I'm asking to unmute her. Maybe she won't accept. It was actually Bev Boone's idea. She said, you know what, instead of, doing the regular call, can we have a little online holiday party? So we are going to do that next Monday night instead of the team call. And we're going to put the details out. But Bev, can you share with them what you shared with Tracy and I, just like your vision of what we're going to kind of do? And I'm putting you on the spot completely.
Oh boy. I definitely didn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely didn't get your message. I think I was doing a live. I have not stopped today. So yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
And yeah, I'm not really prepared for that, but I do have a little graphic done up and whatever to share. I was thinking after tonight's call, but I had a bunch of realtors that invited me to a little luncheon this week to do a virtual Christmas. And I thought, what a nice idea for us to do, only instead of doing lunch, I know evenings are better as lots of us work. So I just thought, why don't we make a special cocktail and meet online in place of our call next week and kind of do a little Christmas chat, not make it business, but just celebrate the holiday season with each other. Maybe bring your recipe and make your drink really pretty and fancy. So put some effort into what your cocktail is going to be, or a martini or something Christmassy, and just have a little bit of Christmas cheer together.
Love it. See, you totally prepared. So
I did it.
You did it. So beverage of choice, it can be a specialty tea, it can be a mocktail, it can be a cocktail, something fun, whatever you want it to be. And like, come with your holiday hat if you want to dress up and do a glam look, come as you want. If you want to come in your jammies, you could do that too, because nobody will know. So we're looking forward to that next week. We'd love to be together, obviously, in our local areas, and next year, let's hope we can do some summer barbecues together next year in our local areas together. So I'm going to close out the call.
Can I just add to make sure that everybody reaches out to their teamies, because lots of people are busy with the holiday season and they may not think to tune in, but let them know it's going to be some kind of a Christmas social and not just a meeting.
Yeah. So what we'll do when Bev posts the graphic, maybe everybody that has sponsored artists can save that graphic and shoot it out in Messenger and texts to all of your teams so they know. So thank you so much for sharing, Beverly Boone. I appreciate that. So we're going to close out tonight. We had one rank advancement in the last week. We had a bunch of new artists start, and we had one rank advancement. And this lady is off to a great start after her launch. Congratulations to Carla Need for hitting Artist 2. So super proud of you, girl. She's got a new girl on, and I'm speaking with her tomorrow. So yay, we have so much good things happening. Be sure to check in with Raylyn and Tracy. We can stop the recording, and if anybody has questions about the Compact program